Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good time zone to each and every one of you. I am Siren, your very fashionably late host, always with technical issues. I would like to welcome you to the May installation of the 2024 Hunger Games. We have 24 tributes as is the custom. May the odds ever be in everyone's favor. Please do bear with the current setup. This is a different device, so there may be a few blips. And before we begin, I just want to mention that this month's events are slightly different. Instead of using the built-in events from this simulator, we are actually using a completely custom list of events. So I hope you guys enjoy that. We begin at Bloodbath with Tadashi grabbing a couple of onions. Daisy, Charlotte, and Nadea get into a food fight. Charlotte triumphantly eats them both. There we go. We do have events from the Hungry Games. That was a gag round of the Hunger Games for April Fools, but I guess it's gonna be an actual thing now. And hello to you! CC references an outdated meme. Morgan finds it hilarious. Peachy sprinkles salt on shithead. Way too much salt. I am probably going to have to censor this name. Kana and Morgan fight over a designer handbag. In the end, they split it down the middle so no one is happy. That is not how you settle that kind of dispute. Kedar takes a backpack full of packing peanuts and worms on a string. Bracelet retrieves a casserole from inside the cornucopia. Lurker gives Crystal expired food. Crystal loved it. Matt feeds Barnabas a piece of cilantro. He thought it was just fine. Eros runs away with a lighter. Ed wonders if being the alpha is worth the bloodshed. The answer is, of course, yes, it is very much worth the bloodshed. Vale sticks his entire fist in his mouth. It gets stuck, forcing him to gnaw it off. What? Excuse me? The competition gets too intense and Milo calls his mom to come pick him up. They leave quietly. We haven't even started. This is literally the bloodbath. You know, I'm not gonna judge, but still. Kinoko snatches a bottle of ketchup. Vertigo finds a bag full of cooking oil. What are you gonna do with all that cooking oil? On the very first day, Morgan falls into a frying pan with boiling oil. Cece eats Bracelet while they are resting. Okay, I wasn't able to check the bio, but is Bracelet just the human form of an actual bracelet? I wouldn't imagine that would be appetizing. Kana falls into a food coma. Eros laughs maniacally. Kedar, Bugbite, and Kinoko gather around the blood circle for the bi-weekly meeting. Wait, when? Since when did we have a blood circle here? What? Excuse me? Vale is finally tried for his war crimes. The execution isn't kind. Matt asks Charlotte how her day was going. Charlotte says the accident was years ago and never blamed Matt for it. What accident? Charlotte finally passes on while Matt openly weeps. Help? That escalated quickly and not even in the direction I was hoping. Barnabas gathers some firewood. Crystal is unable to get a library card. Tadashi vibe checks Peachy. Vertigo collects worms. Morgan finds Ed in a mousetrap and sets him free, but eats the cheese. Lurker forgets all the times Marcus told them that there is money in the lemonade stand and burns it down. The secret $10,000 Roonies lining its walls are destroyed. How big is this lemonade stand for you to have that much money in the walls? Wow. Are we talking US dollars, by the way? I'm not sure. Crystal starves to death on the very first night, trying to find his way out of an IKEA floor arrow slide. Okay, having been to an IKEA before, I could relate. Those places are literal labyrinths. Morgan vibe checks Matt. Kana, the boss is coming! Oh my god, she has AirPods in! She can't hear us! Vertigo is killed by Bugbite in a righteous rage after spoiling the end of his favorite story. Oh my... No chill. Just no chill. Tadashi finally chops Eros with a knife. Barnabas sleeps weird and gets a stiff neck. This guy has a lot of armor too, right? Lurker commits war crimes. Ed told Marcus that a snake was not poisonous when asked. It was, however, venomous. Kinoko sleeps through their alarm and the entire rest of the death match. I hope that at least spared Kinoko from death though. Peachy shoves Cece into a heated casserole while her back is turned. Kedar dies in a dream and in real life. Oh wow, that is one way to go. And we already have 16 deaths. And I thought that the one time that we had like 14 deaths was a lot of deaths for the first day. 13 pairs already dead. Wow. I don't think it's ever been as bloody as this. On the second day, Matt shoves Barnabas into a heated casserole while his back is turned. Ed plays Pokemon Go. Lurker recruited Peachy into their cult. Morrigan, Bugbite, and Tadashi do not survive the death road to Canada. Wait, I'm pretty sure at least two. Are all of you you actually part of that blood circle or whatever?
Nope.
And on the second night, Ed enjoys a piping hot cup of evening coffee and starts seeing rainbows. What's inside that coffee? I'm very concerned. Peachy, Lurker, and Matt summon Satan to get a fourth player for Monopoly. I guarantee you guys it is not worth it. And we immediately have 4 deaths. Lurker questions their sanity. Ed tries to find a snake. Matt recruited Peachy into his cult. And on the third night, Lurker and Ed share some hot cocoa. Matt steals Peachy's food while they are asleep. And we don't have any deaths for the third day. We are now at the feast where Peachy adds oil. Matt sprinkles salt but accidentally used sugar instead. I'm guessing we're trying to make a soup. Maybe now we're making a cake, hopefully. Lurker Kirby's Ed, gaining their powers in the form of a snazzy new hat. What? Excuse me? On the 4th day, Matt, Lurker, and Peachy do not survive the death road to Canada. Wait, so they're all dead? What? There are no survivors? I didn't know this was possible. Alright, give me a sec. I think we might actually need to rerun the games because this has actually never happened before. We are going to... No, we're not going to abort this game. We're just going to show these very quickly because... Why did they all die? No way. Oh my god, at least everyone who saw this live saw that it happened. It literally happened. No one survived. Okay, let's just start from the beginning. We're just gonna revive everyone because what the hell even was that? I mean, I'm also surprised. Alright, so now we have the second bloodbath. Hannah pushes Vale off of a cliff during a spoon fight. Morgan shoves Eris into a frying pan while his back is turned. I am hoping someone survives. Please. That was wild. I seriously had no idea that was possible. Tadashi wonders if being the alpha is worth the bloodshed. The answer is yes. Of course, yes. Peachy takes a drawer of silverware. Cece grabs a combustible lemon. Morgan and Barnabas fight Kedar and Marcus for food. Morgan and Barnabas survive. Nadea falls into a casserole with boiling soup. Kinoko leaps off the podium and combo stomps Charlotte and Matt Mario style. Both drop gold coins upon defeat. Helep, I was at least hoping that one of the 3 who originally survived all the way to the very end until they went to Canada, I hope at least one of them would have won. I was rooting for Matt at the very least. Bugbite waves at the camera. Hi, Mom! Vertigo eats Ed with his own utensil. Crystal snatches a bottle of ketchup. Daisy snatches a bottle of vinegar. Bracelet recruited Lurker into the cult. Ed whistles a familiar tune. Milo hums along. We now begin the first day of the new game. Cece is distracted by cool bugs all day and doesn't really accomplish anything. Bracelet becomes the new spider matriarch. Run! Barnabas can't die. Right? Milo isn't mad, he is just disappointed. Crystal hides in a cave and listens to lo-fi hip-hop radio. Tadashi shows off his cooking skills but is accidentally set ablaze. F in the chat, guys. Vertigo tries to find a snake. Daisy vibe checks Morgan. Morgan feeds Peachy a piece of cilantro. They hated it. Kinoko sneaks up behind Kana and snaps her neck in one sharp twist. That is one way to go. Head has served the cycle and passes on to the next phase in life. Oof. Bugbite discovers a new mole on the neck. Lurker thinks it should get checked out. On the first night, Kinoko falls asleep in a tree. I cannot believe that much happened on literally the very first day. Milo is paranoid. He stays up all night to watch for other players, chugging energy drinks until his heart explodes. Guys, please don't overdo the energy drinks. I am seriously very concerned. Morgan begs for Cece to end this torture and kill him. Cece obliges and gladly wins Mario Party by default. Morgan streams a badly translated game for Lurker, Barnabas, and Crystal. They all do voices for the characters. Bracelet tries a cup of evening coffee, but the caffeine doesn't really do anything for them. Daisy attempts to stock up on lamp oil, rope, and bombs, but she doesn't have enough rubies. I did not know that our currency for the games are rubies. Since when did this happen? Peachy feels a little funky. Vertigo catches some fireflies and collects them in a jar. 13 deaths, that does sound a bit more normal 14 than the previous game. On the second day, Morgan vibe checks Kinoko. Do you fear death, Barnabas? Vertigo forces Bracelet to eat Cece or Daisy. Bracelet decides to eat Cece. Lurker feeds Peachy a piece of cilantro. They hated it. Bugbite emerges from Crystal's chest like an alien. Oh god, okay, the mental image. On the second night, Lurker, Kinoko, and Barnabas get into a food fight. Lurker triumphantly eats them both. Oh gosh. Vertigo thinks about Shrek. Out of all the things to think about, why Shrek? Bugbite convinces Daisy not to eat them, only to eat Daisy instead. Bracelet encounters their double. The two battle to the death. death and one is victorious, but is it the original bracelet? Morgan feeds Peachy a piece of broccoli. They loved it. We are now at the feast. Morgan, Vertigo, Lurker, and Bugbite team up to grab food and utensils. Peachy falls in the fondue pot. I did not know that we had a pot for fondue. Bracelet plays with the food. And on the third day, we start strong with Vertigo hanging from a moving ceiling fan and screaming at the top of his lungs. Whee! Bugbite pushes Bracelet off of a cliff during a spoon fight. Lurker is shocked to find that Morgan turned himself into a pickle. It's the funniest thing that they have ever seen. I'm Pickle Morgan! On the third night, Bugbite starves to death trying to find their way out of an IKEA. The floor arrows lied. Is this the new mail fraud or tax fraud thing in these games? Are we also going to die trying to find our way out of IKEA? Lurker and Morgan raid Vertigo's pillow fort while he is away gathering supplies. They steal all the chips. Literally just the chips and nothing else. Good job. Priorities. I respect that. On the fourth day, Lurker draws on the ground with a stick. Morgan shoves Vertigo into a heated casserole while his back is turned. What? And on the fourth night, Lurker holds Morgan's body and screams, "What am I fighting for?" And I'm relieved to say that we do have a winner for this month's games. Congratulations to Lurker. Lurker is owned by Redacted on Toy House with the E's substituted with the 3's. Let's just check the deaths real quick here and let's check. Lurker wins with 2 kills. Our kill leader, it's a tie between Kinoko and Bugbite with 3 kills each. So that being said, congratulations again to Lurker. Congratulations Redacted. Once again, it is I, your host Siren, signing off for the month. See you all next month for the June Hunger Games. Thank you, everyone.